Hey guys, welcome back to GreyWolf TV. We are continuing on with Person of Interest on to episode 7, season 4. Put into the actual case that we had on the last episode, we've now seen, as it was showing that Decima are continuing to expand and give the Samaritan more moral authority, moved into developing to Asia. It's only getting worse. And for the time being, things are still status quo. Reese still having to play the detective. And the last episode where someone else thought he needed to do the same because of Reese's past. I liked the way they worked that in. That was really nice. And Root and Shaw are constantly being bounced around to fit whatever our profile or identity that is going to keep Samaritan from keeping a track of him, in particular Root, which I didn't realise that's what she's doing the whole time. Right, anyway, let's carry on, find out where we go next. Episode 7.
Tomas Coroa, dual U.S. Spanish citizen, 31 years old, unmarried. Spends part of each year here on a B1 visa.
Well, then maybe business isn't his problem.
Yeah,
like that could have a girl
he just looking at him, he gives off that vibe.
All right, well, what about Finch? Shouldn't he be digging up Tomas's digital footprint?
He will, but he had other business to attend to first.
Nicholas Dawson, Samaritan's undemocratically elected choice for governor.
Can work to undermine every single thing he tries to do.
That's all you can
one
do.
One of Dawson's first acts as governor was to approve a $12 million grant for that man, Jared Wilkins. OTPS has no office, no website.
No,
We need
nothing.
to find out what he plans to do with that money and put a stop to it. And how is Mr. Coroa faring, Miss Shaw? Any sign of the threat?
In 4 hours, Tomas has barely gone 900 feet. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, who's this?
Checked him out this morning.
Why wearing
Tomas
gloves?
may have a tail. Same workman from this morning, too. On second thought, this may not be that kind of hit.
And that's why he's been casing the place all afternoon.
7.
And a damn good one.
But no camera saw Tomas and his crew getting into the car, which was reported stolen 2 days ago.
So the cops haven't ID'd him yet?
That the Interpol has dubbed the Hole in the Wall gang for obvious reasons.
So they already know about him.
In the past 7 years, Tomas and his team have hit over 50 high-value targets on.
A guy like this might be willing to kill to take down his next score.
Or our target might be someone who already knows.
If we move before we know what Tomas is up to, then this whole thing could go sideways and we'll miss our chance to stop it.
Oh, easy, Bear.
He's trained to smell drugs.
Oh, okay.
Cool, steal.
I have nothing to hide.
Oh, confident.
Sure about that?
Tomas has a problem, and you're the solution.
Yeah, he needs a new team member.
Set up a meeting.
We are ready to go right now.
Okay, we're in. OTPS stands for one tablet per student. A plan to issue free tablet computers to every elementary school student in the state.
A computer to call their own, loaded with educational software.
Software provided by Samaritan.
Tablet in every home and a camera pointed to the face of every child.
Oh man, that is really bad because I'm going to go on the assumption at this point that this guy's just trying to get this idea off the ground and get exactly what it is. Get a computer and a tablet to every child who doesn't have it, families who can't afford it. He probably doesn't know the ulterior motive side of things with Decima, and that it's going to be used as a complete surveillance device for Samaritan. That's awful.
Something just started hacking my phone.
Samaritan, it's coming through Wilkins' computer. Get out of there now.
Yeah. Yep. Good idea.
I can see why Romeo recommended you so highly. Nothing unlocks doors like a beautiful woman.
I thought I'd help keep an ear on you.
He is a dangerous criminal, after all.
What do you need me for?
I can think of several things.
But
Subtle.
I'll bet.
See,
Now that was subtle.
So,
A perfectly planned job is a kind of seduction. Gentlemen, we have a decision to make.
As you knew.
One of us got arrested today. It's just a drug charge, but our operation could be compromised. The client who hired us is paying $2 million each for the jewels inside of a single vault.
Bloody hell.
Well, Suhula, I say let's go for it.
All we need is you.
okay, so when were you planning on doing this?
20 minutes.
What?
Well, it costs slightly more than this hotel, and I don't think I'll sleep well if it's in that little safe in the room. Could you offer me anything more secure?
Really? That's gonna work?
Steel, locked at all times.
Cameras are dead.
Cute, but that's gonna make one hell of a noise.
All right, good to go.
You've got to be kidding me. How the hell did he know the fireworks were gonna go off?
But the friction with the concrete ground down the backplate, exposing the welds.
Oh.
Clever boy.
Stolen. Perhaps they're so valuable that Tomas was willing to betray a client and kill his teammates just to keep them. The only item in that vault was placed there yesterday by a guest of the hotel, Dr. Yuliana Petrova. Miss Shaw, I'm no longer certain that you were stealing jewels.
No, you're not. Oh, that's just changed things. That's why he's on the
I'm kind of
friggin'
thinking maybe Tomas isn't the perpetrator after all, Finn.
because you've no control over it. You don't know what it is.
Place is clear, Shaw.
These things are worth millions.
Simon, Max, or Henry.
And where the hell are we? I checked your address out. This isn't it.
Right now, the only address you need is the whiskey in that cabinet.
Well, whatever it was, Tomas's buddies have it now.
Oh dear, this is bad.
What I want to know is, regardless, and his two buddies have just betrayed him, who the hell is putting some sort of infectious disease, God knows how lethal it is, but obviously with the money involved, very. Who the hell puts that in a hotel safe? Why would you do that? That makes no sense.
Viral hemorrhagic fever.
Oh,
the mortality
God.
rate approaching 90%.
It's like Ebola's evil twin.
That's lethal.
Dr. Petrova was in Uganda collecting samples of the virus.
Hang on a minute. Okay, so I get that. That makes sense now as to why she smuggled, why doing a hotel safe, because CDC refused it. She smuggled them in. But if she's anybody who has any conscience whatsoever or knows anything about viruses, shouldn't they be kept at a controlled temperature, not just in a safe?
It would be difficult to overstate the degree to which we do not need 10 vials of Marburg floating around the streets of New York City.
You think?
We have to find the virus and the people who stole it fast.
I have a friend who can make those anonymous emails way less anonymous.
Almost all the 12 million went to paying for these, but once they're up and running, we'll be making all the tablets right here in New York. Why are you guys putting up cameras?
Why do you
I'm
think?
from the Public Relations Office, Jared. The governor wants a time lapse of your tablets being made.
Making it that much more difficult to do what we must.
But I don't think they're gonna talk. I searched their bodies. No phones, no wallets, and no sign of the virus.
You wouldn't want to tell me about your friend Tomas, would you?
I've been here since yesterday. I have nothing to do with his death.
Now, if I were you, I'd like to be sipping a nice glass of champagne on a first flight to nowhere, instead of a sitting duck in a jail cell.
I like Tomas. But business is business.
What was the deal?
$500,000 extra each for me, Max, and Henrik. Well, that was the plan anyway.
Plan? Whose plan? Who was the client?
It was like the rest of the job. One-time wires, no-name emails. Tomas wouldn't have done it if he knew what he was stealing.
My attempts to trace the emails and wire transfers provided by Tomas and Katya have yet to reveal their client's identity. From priceless heirlooms to Renaissance art. In their 95-year history, they have never been robbed. They are, simply put, a fortress. The partner that died in Prague?
Faked his death.
You kill that guy?
I've never killed anyone. We tried to spring Marco out after he got caught, but it was too risky.
Revenge or not, Yeftage is in possession of a deadly virus, and I would very much like to know what he intends to do with it.
We have another problem, Harold. I'm looking at an operative from the relevant side. Now that Marco has the virus, this whole damn thing just went relevant.
Now, instead of numbers to investigate, we just get numbers to kill.
You remember what happened to Indigo 5, right?
I heard Char lived to fight another day.
Nobody lives. And no good comes of asking questions.
But if the relevant side is taking care of the virus, perhaps our work here is done.
They're gonna track down everyone involved in stealing the virus, and they're gonna kill them too.
She's got you there, Finch.
She's spelled, she's
The
right.
Soviets messed around with weaponizing Marburg. The Americans never did. Do you?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying here, that because it's now become relevant that they will completely clean up and remove all evidence of anybody who's had any connection with this virus, which means your non-relevant number, this guy, is going to end up collateral damage as well.
And now we are cooking.
I don't think
Nice
this
work,
guy
you guys.
even has a clue what's going
Dispatch
on
should be
here.
done by morning.
Yeah, yeah. That's why she needed to go shopping. She needed that dress. This is dangerous.
Yes. I got a text offering me $3,000 if I can fix your internet in the next 5 minutes.
Only just unplugged that.
About to do something you're not gonna like.
I've circumvented the building's firewall and accessed their security. Ready when you are.
You are instructed to eliminate all targets and secure the vials.
Not yet. And you should know that you're not alone. Our friends from the relevant side are in the building.
There it is. I'm presuming. Oh, bleeding now.
Sorry, my friend. Just like I knew you would never be bold enough to steal them if you really knew the score.
If I had known that you were still...
You know how painful it is to fake your own death?
I hate to trouble you, Miss Shaw, but your counterparts from the relevant side are about to turn this perilous situation into something dangerously
We might
chaotic.
kind of need them
So
for
it may
diversion
get a
here.
bit loud. Now, John.
What the? Who the hell are these guys?
So watch your ass.
Not cool.
Kinda needed you, Fusco. All the needles! No! Sorry.
Yumi, Barcelona, score worth 1.6 mil.
You know what?
Sure you
If she
won't
weren't
come?
involved with this, she'd be gone with him.
Me, here, no pay.
Ms. Shaw and Mr. Kuroa are leaving, John. And considering that the police are en route, now might be a good time for you to make your exit, too.
This guy doesn't stick around for too long. I have a feeling they're going to make these three disappear. Clean up.
I got a call about a fire on
Intel
the
or
second
eyes
floor
on
from
this.
205, the 3D printers. Are they okay?
Whole building's trash, buddy.
Nope.
By now, the worm I planted will have destroyed every last copy of Wilkins' design.
So no tablets for the kids.
It's not what
While I
they were
was
going to end up
sabotaging
being.
the printers, I took a quick look at the tablet's OS. There was maybe one suspicious line of code. When Castro was coming to power in Cuba, the first thing he did was build schools, good schools, so that the people would love him. But the thing that Mr. Wilkins was trying to do was an absolute good, and we destroyed it.
Yeah, him.
I'm not sure what we're becoming, Ms. Gross, and it does make me wonder, how much wrong are we willing to do in the name of right?
Are you sure we shouldn't be tracking it down?
We got new orders and a list of new numbers to take care of in South America.
He's going to have a... Come on, dude, you need to have an epiphany here and then realise. Delete.
Go.
Okay, I know I don't really need to say it, but another great episode. There aren't really any bad episodes of this show, ever. Even when we're not on the main storyline, or it's more of a low-profile case and irrelevant that's just a normal person in the street, the cases are still fraught with danger, more complicated than they appear to be, obstacles always in the way, and they usually throw a little bit of something in of the main story just to expand out on the episode. So that's why there's never any bad episodes of this show. I love it. Now then, two things. I don't know if I'm right or wrong about Shaw. I could be completely off. I'm just throwing it out there. That's the first thing. The second thing is this virus. I was beginning to wonder whether this was just all Samaritan, and then we got to find out that their former partner is the one who was behind this. But Samaritan had gotten involved with it. What happens if it decides that another level and form of control is to do exactly what Control is trying to do here and obtain the virus for themselves? That is a very... You might as well have nuclear warheads. It's the same level of catastrophic numbers when you're talking about releasing something. And I understand Harold's point with this now, because this case was supposed to be putting to aside the guy who we were focused on. This Mr. Wilkinson, was it, who was trying to do this thing for the kids with the tablets. As he said, he didn't really find anything malicious in the code of the OS, maybe one slightly dodgy line, but so he was doing it because it was his passion, it was something he felt good about, and that's what Harold wants to see, that's what we all want to see. But to be able to continue to do good, we have to continue to do bad. I understand what he's meaning. You've had to just take that guy's dream and let it go up in smoke, literally, because he doesn't realise that you need funding, and the funding was coming from the one area that you had no understanding of or control of. Look at it, within 5 minutes security cameras are going in because it wants eyes on it, and that would have given Samaritan a perfect opportunity to just grow a new set of eyes everywhere in front of every child in the city. So damned if you do good, damned if you do bad. Where's the line? Where's the middle ground? And Harold's starting more and more. I mean, he's only just recently decided to continue with this. And then we get another case here where this was meant to be something for kids, for children, that was going to help people. And to try and stop bad things happening, you've had to take that from them. I don't know. Now, this other guy, who knew Shaw, is questioning where are all these orders coming from? Why is there no human eyes looking at this anymore? Any intervention where we do our own intel? Why they're not using you for that anymore. Your job description has changed, and he's recognised that, same as Reese did, same as Shaw did, where you're like, it's no longer intel, it's just, here's a number, here's the person, don't have any questions, do your job. Well, you might as well just build androids to do that if that's the case, which is probably where it's thinking of doing that further down the line. And he let him go. But the last thing we needed there was a goddamn virus of, what it said, level 4, whatever that means. I mean, I'm presuming if there's levels 1 to 5 and it's level 4, it means it's pretty serious. It said level 4 pathogen. I thought for 1 minute they were going to drop one of the vials and that would have been it. Game over. You know how fast these things spread. So there we go. You know, we are left with... we're left with Harold feeling demoralised and wondering how much further he can go down the line with this, trying to stop the overall evil plan of Samaritan and Decima, but at the same time, all the good things that are going on out there, you're having to intervene and sometimes do bad stuff. It's the grey to good, right? It's the grey to good. Unfortunately, nobody else knows about the grey to good. Damn. Either way, fabulous episode. Enjoyed it. I want to know more about Shaw. I've noticed the way she looks at Root sometimes. Maybe it's just in my head. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm going down the right lines or not. But don't give me any spoilers in case I'm either completely right or completely wrong. Let me find out for myself. Okay then, I will be back with episode 8 in 3 or 4 days' time. We do 2 episodes a week. If you want to watch this in full length, usual, just go and check the link in the description, guys, and you can follow the link to Patreon in there. Watch the full length version. I will see you for episode 8 very soon. If you haven't subscribed, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the sub button. I'll see you for the next one. Take care.